side of the pit. Pool's right up here, a few hundred feet behind me. Bank's washed in. I haven't found any of the drums in here. Up in here, you can see she's having a very hard time growing. A lot of these trees have lower sediments on their trunks. You can see the ground washing away from them. When I come further this way, as you see, whatever this stuff is that's now unearthing itself must have a form of buoyancy to it. When the area floods, this is when they relocate different parts and the water goes down and they land. And I'm definitely not going to do that test here on this video of if this thing floats or not. I come up in through. Gotta help my cameraman work his way in. In here, in the bigger so-called, I guess, pool of the ground. You see here in the banks, she's all washing in. Whatever seems to come in here seems to do an awful number on the vegetation. She just doesn't, she doesn't like it. Here's what seems to be a perfectly healthy tree. Well, she doesn't have nothing on her to be perfectly healthy anymore now, does she? The ground is so disturbed, the trees falling right over. They don't look too healthy anyway. They're half dead. You come through further over into here, and we have a little jaunt up over here. I apologize for the quality of the video. Not too bad for a young boy running a camera, huh? Well, this is the area. As you see, I tried to tell the neighborhood kids they have to stay out of here. We don't know what this is. This little film here, pretty much normal stuff that you'd see in swamps. We haven't had any rain. A lot of this has gone down, but I love how I can be in this marsh. I'm not being carried off by mosquitoes. I can take you to my house, go into a little bit of woods, and you will get carried out by mosquitoes. Maybe that's what they had in mind by mosquito control? Plant life is trying to grow back in these areas. It has been warm. Like today, she's getting really, really hot. The amount of water in the ground here, the amount of moisture in the soil, the stuff should be thriving. She should not be dying. All this vegetation, this stuff should be thriving, not dying. This little corner I'm coming into. As you see, the ground is a lot of moisture. pretty wet. But yet, these cattails don't grow. This particular area, which I'll be documenting in another video, on the other side of these trees, is the big culvert that all the water, anytime it rains, comes all from the parking lot of the front entrance of the school, all the driveway, most likely probably the school also, all the big flat top roof. Through this area, the gravel, this is what's washing out from where the new school is, the whole front washing in here. I was very, very disturbed when I came across something in the middle of this brush, which as you see is starting to have a rough time to get going. I came in here, and to my surprise, there's another one of those half decayed, whatever it is, 55-gallon drums. It's now washed out of the ground. And folks, this is 200 feet from the front of the entrance. This is 50 feet from where kids, elementary kids, middle school kids play. What is this stuff that they say is not here? This is very disturbing. Over in here, you can see all of this is having a very hard time to start growing this year. Years past, you couldn't walk through here this time of year. This stuff would be overwhelmed with insects. See, little flies now and then. There's no mosquitoes. This stuff can't grow hardly. The grasses grow up, then they die. There's toxins in here, and they know there is. And for this second installment, hopefully I'm driving the point home that something is very wrong here. Our governments need to be held accountable for what they have caused and what they are doing. This area should not be flushed with the amount of water coming out on this end and on the far end where my previous videos have documented all the toxins now coming out of the ground, all these barrels, all this junk. They are flushing it right into our water, where the previous video showed what the ground now looks like. Thank you very much for this installment.